incredible. Everybody's been so nice, so team supportive of everybody, right? But it is time. It is do or die. And for those of you that are a little bit confused why there is already a mark for Little Step Bros, we're not playing bracket reset. It's 2 in the morning in Europe and like 8 a.m. in OCE. So we're doing game advantage here. So Little Step Bros get to start off with a 1-game advantage. We automatically go into game 2. So that's what's going on. So 100 trees technically already down in the series. Got to start already a little bit of a deficit, but challenge I think they could handle.
Yeah, I think everyone's pretty happy, including the competitors, about the 1-game advantage. I think it's certainly deserved. As we said, they haven't lost yet. They made it through the upper bracket. And as we said, first killer very confident. I think, as you said, it's been a fantastic tournament so far. It's been a load of fun. I know the creators and pros have been having fun streaming it on their own channels. And I think the one takeaway, as first killer said in his winner's interview after the last series, is this new car, this Porsche 911 Turbo, is kind of nice. They're both iterations. I know first killer likes using the base model that you can get when you unlock the rocket pass, and that Dominus hitbox, as he said, has been pretty nice. He's really enjoyed using it. Make sure you guys pick it up yourselves and grab some drops as well while you're here. But here we go, grand final time, and first killer's going to open up the account. 100 trees get the first.
Honestly, would not expect it any other way. 100 trees are so ready for this matchup, and I think I feel like it's fair to say, CJ, that Little Step Bros might come into this underestimating Jamaican Coconut just a little bit, even if they watch the performances, right? Alpha Kep and AJ have been so incredible throughout the weekend that it's only fair to say that there's probably a little bit of underrating going on. So 100 trees trying to earn their respect here in this first game between the two. Reset doesn't go quite on target, but got 1 goal lead, trying to turn it into 2.
The first killer did say himself, where there's so much confidence from him. He believes in his teammate in Jamaican Coconut, and he needs to right now. This is a nice little play. First killer helps out, grabs a 100 boost. AJ flicks, and as you said, Little Step Bros on paper looked like the best team coming into it in terms of just both being at an incredibly high level. AJ's always going to be a top 2, top 3 pick in this sort of a format. Phenomenal at the 2s, and obviously our first killer on the other side. But Jamaican Coconut is certainly, as you said, he's been that little bit of a surprise back at Coconut. Certainly held his weight, sometimes even outscoring and beating his teammate first killer on the scoreboard, which is very impressive to do. And right now they do have the lead in the first game. If they can win this, they automatically tie up the series. As we said, Little Step Bros having that 1-game advantage. They've already got a win under their belt just by getting through that upper bracket.
Yeah, huge advantage. Honestly, when you've had a day and a weekend as long as this, you need every advantage you can get. But 100 trees, not going to go down without a fight. They've been taking the long road to get to the grand finals here, but it's not going to slow down anytime soon for them. Alpha Kep trying to turn around. Nice challenge there from first killer as this ball heads in midfield. Coconut trying to align it to anybody, but instead it's actually Alpha Kep that takes control. Nice flick. Over 1. AJ getting bumped in the net, and there it is. That's the aggression that I've been kind of waiting for, but little over aggressive because first killer had a wide open net.
Yeah, he's too good. He dodges the bump and gets the goal as well. AJ flings himself across, but I mean, first killer, sometimes he's too good. Even in a 1v2, you have to watch out for him. He's not just looking to save that ball, he's looking to score a goal himself. The counter-attacks have been a mainstay of 100 trees throughout this tournament, and they've done it again here. Can they get one more? First killer gets 1, gets 2. Alpha Kep able to carry this one to the side, but now they're down. Minute 25. I know Fear did mention that the Little Step Bros were doing a little 1v1 against each other to warm up while they were waiting for the lower bracket final, but perhaps in that 1v1 practice, they forgotten how to play as a team as the bumps are coming through. Your man, the Coconut, goes bang again on Alpha Kep.
You love to see it, just pure confidence. He knows exactly what he's capable of. The creator on creator 1v1, the bump play on to Alpha Kep, sending him on back out of the way. 100 trees. 3-0 uncontested. Little Step Bros kind of struggling to respond to any of the 3 goals that have been put on target and into that net there. With just a minute left to go, Little Step Bros, it's crazy to say, but they're struggling right now.
Oh, the flip reset, though. This could be the first Coconut. Another great save. He's honestly played this so well. Just setting up first killer, giving him space, and then doing his thing defensively. His first killer gets around AJ. Now he's only got Alpha Kep to deal with. Grabs a 100 boost. Kep gets the ball. 50'd out again. Coconut doing wonders here for 100 trees. And this is trouble now for Kep. Gets blocked out. Manages to get a touch on it. Coconut just throws it on net. This could be a 2-on-1. And first killer knew he went forward, but he's been demoed for it. Kep gets the goal. 22 seconds. But they still need 2 goals.
I mean, it's not impossible. I've seen crazier. But 100 Trees defense has been pretty darn good, especially Coconut. He has kind of been on one. But an opening goal not going to come into fruition. It was just a bit wide there. But that should have and could have been it. 8 seconds left to go. Alpha Cup saw him. He wanted to do a little bit of disruption on that last defender, but it's too little, too late. 100 Trees officially are going to equalize the series in our grand finals. And first killer, he's going to take one for the road home and assert his dominance here in the grand finals.
Look at this. Gets one and the perfect touch. Gets a second. Doesn't quite get the reset, but the angle's perfect. AJ can't do anything about that one in net. Just one more goal for a bit more momentum going into the next game, if you don't mind. As we said, it is 1-1 due to that one-game advantage from Little Step Bros. And now it's just a best of 5, 3 games to win it for either side. And Little Step Bros has just got their backs against the wall a little bit. They were the first to make it through to the grand final, but now it's all tied up and there's no advantage anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. Back on even playing ground between these two, which definitely is kind of like a you can breathe moment for 100 Trees, right? You've got what feels arguably like the hardest part out of the way, right? You have come back from an automatic deficit headed into the grand finals. So, you know they got to feel a little bit good about this. I'm interested in the fact, though, that Little Step Bros had the boost consumption advantage. They were pulling in the most, and sure, it's not like an insane advantage, but for them to be a little bit more in charge at 100 Trees to still be able to do and pull off what they did, I think that's a huge testament. I think that's pretty massive for them.
Could also show the Little Step Bros a little bit more panicky, though. They could be wasting a little bit, whereas, as we said, with that field domination, that ball possession as well, 100 Trees didn't have to work as hard to keep that ball on their own terms. But as we said, only, I think it was there, as you can see, 4 shots for Little Step Bros versus 11. This was a domination by 100 Trees. Hat-trick for first killer. And that confidence that he had in the post-game interview after that lower final is really coming to fruition here. And Coconut stepping up as well. Already grabbing 100 boost. Kep has 0. First killer just throws it on net. That's all Coconut needs to do. That's a support play, enabling first killer to come through with a shot.
Nice, simple, and clean. And I think you said it best. The team plays. They work so incredibly well together. We heard first killer say it in his interview. Coconut, he plays for him, right? And they know when to respect each other to make things work. There is no trying to be that person in the limelight kind of thing going on. It's just a nice level of respect, but oh my gosh, a little dangerous. Almost an own goal. Coconut just really having to hit the brakes, slow things down. Gonna try and turn this into a little bit of a counterattack here and give some breathing room to 100 Trees.
Well, it's dangerous for a moment there, but first killer does deal with it. He's awkward again, has to make the touch. Can't catch it though. He's caught on the crossbar as AJ gets a solo play on Coconut. This is where the pro has to get to work. He's looking for the bump, trying to find him. Coconut does exceptionally well. Follow-up shot wide from Kep as well. Little Step Bros could have scored there, but just couldn't quite find it. AJ gets the touch, gets a 50 as well. Loses the boost, and perhaps the ball to first killer. That's the worst possible scenario, but Alpha Kep does well on the backboard. Little Step Bros, they need to get a goal. They need to find some momentum because Coconut is stepping up. You could fool me into thinking he's the pro sometimes, especially defensively. His first killer flicks that to the moon. AJ gets the touch, misses the second. Follow-up first killer goes wide though. Now it's Alpha Kep, one-on-one. What can Coconut do? He has to step up again. The air dribble, edgeable cringe almost coming through. He opts for the double touch, but just squishes it off the bar, goes wide.
It's so insane to see so many attempts be taken. Finally, something goes in for Little Step Bros. AJ took his time, carried this one all the way back to the net, used the reset to get over first killer to try and, well, did tie things up here. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Little Step Bros had to earn that goal.
Yeah, they missed the first, but made the most of the next chance. His first killer again. Get the touch across, but Kep grabs boost. AJ does as well. Both members with 100. AJ bumped off it. He's going to be able to come back with boost. Handed off from Kep, but doesn't get it on net. AJ's awkward. Probably has to back off this one because first killer, he's looking for bumps. Kep just instant challenges. He sees first killer coming. Fantastic play from him. The safety goal there as 100 trees were looking for that counter attack. AJ this time goes to the drop down. Kep clearing that ball, and it looks like Little Step Bros have settled into this game a bit better.
Yeah, they definitely are looking a little bit more like themselves, a lot more confident than they did before, but still they are having to work for everything because first killer is him. Look at him. He goes up off the sidewall from the ceiling, and just the bump just helps solidify the speed that he needed for this ball to go in.
He almost caught AJ out with the bump, the extra power on the ball, just finding it far down again. Just so precise, his first killer. And as soon as he's off that sidewall to reset, it's nearly wraps, and almost again. This time it's Coconut. And then reset for his own 100 trees. Regain the lead and make that a 2-goal lead as Coconut off a brilliant pass from first killer. These guys combining so well.
They work so well together. Literally, it is such just a natural synergy between these two. Incredible just car placement and rotations between this team. 100 trees, they're up, back by 2. Can they turn it into 3? Just half the game left in game number 3 here. 100 trees really, really wanting to take this lead in this grand finals. Massive prize winning by the game, for this game, you guys. Winner takes home $15,000.
It's not bad, but also ego is on the line as well, and I think that's, as Veer said, is almost more important for these players. Playing for pride, playing for all of the glory here in the grand final, and man, it is 100 trees so far. Got the first game, the 1-game advantage. Already lost here for Little Step Bros. Here we go, another challenge. This time it's first killer. A great touch. Coconut pushing forward. Almost getting bumped. You can see AJ rocking that 75th anniversary edition of that Porsche 911 Turbo decal. They've both gone the same one, which we mentioned it the last time they played. I don't mind it, as this shot is just going to go on net. A very poor touch from Alpha Kep, and Coconut is just ready to go.
Oh my goodness, he is so confident. Zero respect to anybody on Little Step Bros. He just is plowing through the defense at every opportunity that he is given. Kickoff. This one gets popped up in the air. It's Coconut again trying to get another touch on this one. Instead, it's Alpha Kep trying to push on into the 100 trees half. It's going to be short-lived. First killer wants a second touch. Alpha Kep sends it on back. This could be dangerous, but Coconut's got the save. The follow-up from AJ is a lot slower than he probably anticipated. Now Little Step Bros, they got to formulate some sort of a game plan because you have just over a minute to find 3 goals just to even attempt to take 100 trees to overtime.
That was insane from first killer. Just a quick little chain dash on the wall to get back to that ball that was going top left. He does well. The shot comes through first killer again. So much patience. Alpha Kep has to back off. There's only 50 seconds now. They need 3 goals. 100 trees about to get 2 on the bounce. And Little Step Bros yet to get a game, bar the 1-game advantage that they had coming through the upper bracket here. As again, double elim. Once they get that advantage, but so far it's all 100 trees. So much momentum. The skim on net. Alpha Kep has to respect it. For good reason as well. Coconut coming through, almost getting 2. AJ just hasn't been able to get to work against first killer. Former teammates perhaps knowing all of their own tricks. Kep works the ball forward, but with 20 seconds left, Hercules, this is looking like a lead now to 100 trees in the series.
It definitely is, CJ. First kill is going to try and extend it even further, though. 10 seconds left on the clock in this game. At number 3, the most Little Step Bros can do is try and take one for the road home. But game number 4, that's the beginning of the road to ending it all for Little Step Bros. First killer is just going to take another one for fun. Again, this dude just continuously letting Alpha Cap and AJ know exactly who he is.
Just a nice little pre-flip into a double for good measure on 0 seconds, padding the stats, as First Killer would love to do, almost 1,000 points again. I mean, if we're going to look at the stats over the entire tournament, First Killer has to be the MVP. He just puts up 700 plus every single game. Another hat trick, 2 in a row for him after 2 games of this grand final. But they do have a 2-1 lead. Little Step Bros, their only game is through their 1-game advantage. They are yet to put anything on the board or really trouble 100 Trees at all.
Yeah, this has definitely looked in favor and in control of 100 Trees. First Killer Coconut, realistically, they're just them right now. Even coming into this, not the favorites, right? They came in as the underdogs. They look so in control of the field, of the ball, of the boost. Everything is in their favor right now. You can see and you can feel it. Alpha Cap and AJ, they're kind of struggling. They really don't know how to, regain control against a team like First Killer and Coconut. Especially when again, I just can only say it like a million times, but the synergy between these two is so just wild.
Yeah, this time there were more shots for Little Step Bros. They had that boost consumption like last game, but perhaps a little bit wasteful with their chances and shots on net. We saw Alpha Cap go off the post, miss a couple, and in the end, 100 Trees had fantastic defense. Coconut stepping up in defense in particular, and right now, 100 Trees, as you said, the synergy, they seem locked in, and it's great to see from a Creator Pro 2v2 that, I mean, it's such a well-rounded machine. Obviously, First Killer, you know what you're going to get with him, but Coconut playing that supporting role perfectly. But what can Alpha Cap do? He's got a 1-on-1 with Coconut. First Killer's getting back in time. Is he on the backboard? Lunges at it. AJ waiting, but again, AJ just yet to get involved too much in this grand final.
Yeah, just kind of everything's felt a little hesitant. Every time they try and formulate some sort of a play, they just kind of get, everything handed back to them. There's not really much they can do right now, right? This is one of the few times we've been able to see Little Step Bros kind of go for an attack. It's first minute of gameplay, scoreless, which kind of is a crazy sentence to say because it's kind of been a little bit of a shootout for 100 Trees. AJ trying to break on in. Alpha Cap wanted to follow up the play, but First Killer just saying absolutely not. You cannot get past this midfield line.
Great touch from Coconut as well there, as again just finds First Killer. It's all he has to do. AJ is to challenge this time. This is what we like to see, perhaps a little bit more aggression from Little Step Bros. The defensive passive game hasn't quite worked. They've just been shut out, but more bumps coming through. Alpha Cap this time turns. Coconut's ready and again finds First Killer, who leaves it. This is going to work, even it was Coconut faking it for First Killer, but AJ gets a good touch. Coconut, an awkward flip, and doesn't get it. Here we go, 2-on-1 with First Killer. AJ's going to wait behind and let Kep go on the 1v1. First Killer's there, gets it to the side. He's able to grab that corner boost as well, so this is great setup here in defense for 100 Trees. Now they'll get time to work. First Killer opts to just ground pitch that somehow down the other end.
Oh man. Honestly, all I keep thinking about right now is that Alpha Cap and AJ's cars 100% belong on the orange side, like the decals. And that would confuse me. That would mess with me so badly. Every time I have seen them on the 100 Trees side, I'm like, oh, you blend in so well. Gotta be really careful about that one. This one off the backboard and down. It's AJ there to clean up and give Little Step Bros their first lead in the series.
Yeah, this time Coconut makes the mistake. It was a heavy first touch, and Alpha Cap so fast with the follow-up. AJ's there to clean it. First Killer perhaps not quite expecting that dunk to come through and trusting Coconut maybe too much for the first time. As there we go, it's a Spanish off the kickoff. First Killer finally. The kickoff strats are coming through. The Spanish was perfect. Found the demo and the cheater. And they get one back.
Oh man, we have been waiting for this, like waiting for somebody to whip out the kickoff strats. They're coming through. 100 trees. They came in with a plan, and it is working for them. Back to a tied game here in game number 4, and the lead once again extended by none other than First Killer.
Yeah, this time it's Alpha Kev. It's the same as what Coconut did, but it's down the other end, and Kev just gives himself too much space. First Killer, he only needs a small window of opportunity, and he's straight in there, gets the goal. They get the lead now, 2-100 trees. They could potentially be moving on to match point in this grand final to take out the entire Porsche 911 Turbo Invitational. All the money and the accolades could be theirs, but they've still got to lock out this game and one more.
Well, follow-up could make that a little bit more realistic. Every possibility becoming theirs as each goal finds its way in. This one went off the sidewall. It was AJ trying to get the clear, but Coconut, dude, right place, right time, just slotted it in, uncontested. 100 trees go up by 2.
Here's the kickoff strat this time. It's down the other end. It's just got to be on net. It is another kickoff strat. Take a look at this one. Opting for the pinch, going from the same angle. Alpha Kev's ready, but AJ doesn't need him. Gets the kickoff and the follow-up himself. We are seeing the upper echelon of 2v2 gameplay now. The Spanish kickoffs, all the strategies coming out. The Step Bros need to go again. This time they opt the back corner. It does work out. They get boost and control, but again, the instant challenge from First Killer. The demo's coming through on both sides. Easy Coconut should be able to outpace AJ. The shot across, follow-up off the bar, almost First Killer.
Oh man, I was gonna say, how many more tricks do you have up your sleeve? And then the passing play comes out, but it doesn't find its way in. I mean, you got a couple more attempts, though. There's plenty of time, less than 2 minutes to go. First Killer wanted to drop this one off the backboard, but AJ has it read. Clears this out into the midfield. First Killer, back pass to himself. Keeps this up in the air. Can he break out of his half? It's Coconut with the shot on target. Nice save there from Alpha Cap. And AJ gonna air dribble this one all the way down. 100 trees just cool and collected on defense. No matter how many shots get sent their way, they know they've got that 1 goal advantage right now. Looking to turn it into 2. Nice demo there. Can he get the angle on this one? No, it's Alpha Cap with the save.
Great bump again. Coconut getting helped out by First Killer. And just working as a team in these 1v1s, turning them into 2v1s almost. It's Alpha Cap. Takes it to the sidewall. Does get 2 down the line, but it's straight to First Killer. Nice little chain dash means he can get the dunk. Coconut's right there. AJ just goes, but he misses the ball. Coconut read him, and now it's a 2v1 down the other end. Alpha Kep's in trouble. First Killer gets the dunk. AJ back in time. Almost 40 seconds now. Counter attack. This is it. It's Little Step Bros. What can they do? First Killer just leaves that ball until the last moment, clearing it down the line. They get room to breathe. 30 seconds now. Little Step Bros have to score, or they are facing grand final points.
This is so just incredible and insane. I felt for the longest time nobody was going to be able to take down those Step Bros. 100 Trees have had to make the run of what feels like the summer to get here, right? Having to, rematch a team multiple times to get here, to face off against an undefeated roster, and now they're going to head to match point. And even then, the one game that Little Step Bros has is the game point advantage that they received headed into the grand final.
Yep, they are yet to win a single game off their own accord. They got that one through the upper bracket, but 100 Trees, 3 games in a row, and 1 away from taking out this entire tournament. It has been a fantastic performance from them through the group stage. They fell down to Barren Mountain, got the rematch, got the revenge in the lower final. Now, as we said, could be 5 minutes away from all the glory and all the prize money. 15,000 to the winner in this 50K prize pool tournament. And 100 Trees, First Killer popping off again, 700 plus points. It's a standard from him. Coconut was exceptional. And then the save of his own. But Little Step Bros, it's getting closer, but they're still just not finding that killing blow.
Yeah, it's been really difficult for them to kind of find their groove in this one. Again, I feel like 100 Trees kind of came into this one a little bit underrated, right? Because when you look at a team like Little Step Bros, I feel like everybody's kind of been saying this all weekend, but this was one of the squads that people looked at and they were like, okay, Alpha Cap and AJ, the pro, but Alpha Cap, he's got the pro level experience, right? This is a person that has made main events. This is a person that's made incredible runs in the RLCS on top of doing content. So you would like to think, that there's, almost an unfair advantage maybe, but Coconut coming in, demanding respect from this squad as 100 Trees head into match point in the grand finals of the Porsche 911 Turbo Invitational.
I mean, I've said it time and time again, but it's not just about the two best individual players in these tournaments. It's about who can be the best team. And First Killer and Coconut have just done that. They've had so much synergy together. They seem so locked in. The challenges have been on point. Coconut runs this one back. We don't want to cast a curse anyone too much as First Killer goes forward. AJ can't get the follow-up. Shot on net. AJ, great save. Was just off to the side post. Alpha Cap's going to wait for AJ to cook. He's got a reset. He uses it now. Gets one, gets two. Shot on net. Bar down. Over First Killer. Over Coconut. That's what we like to see from the Little Step Bros.
Nice and clean. Just carries this one over both crossbar and in. 45 seconds in, Little Step Bros have given themselves a 1-goal lead. Now in history, we know that when Little Step Bros get that 1-goal lead, it's really difficult to respond to them. Although 100 Trees have done it before, it's not going to be as easy as they might have thought. First Killer up into the air, up towards the backboard. Doesn't have the room to double it and find the angle, but Coconut's going to try again. Contested by AJ, not the best of clears. Nice flick there from Alpha Cap to give Little Step Bros some breathing room. Try and push on in. Maybe he can set AJ up here. AJ just trying to take his time, get this ball down to the ground, over to his teammate. But right now, a 1-goal lead is all they've got.
Mid though coming through, and now First Killer just throws it high. Says Coconut have this. It's one with, but Cap helps out AJ there, and First Killer cuts rotation. That's an insane pop. Alpha Cap has to go. Turns himself into a human helicopter on the way through. We love the spins, the air roll coming through. Coconut pops it up now. AJ ready for that pass. First Killer getting bumped. AJ pops it over. First Killer gets a touch, can control this one. AJ just shadow defense, gets beaten. No, First Killer right there. One pop over the top. AJ on the backboard should be able to deal with this. Does so. Coconut. One-on-one, Alpha Cap could be getting bumped. That's a great play from Coconut. He just waits and then goes bang. Left side, near post. Gets it around. Alpha Cap, if you don't mind.
Oh my goodness. They just, you can only say it so much. They work so well together. It's so hard to go up against a team that is just this on point synergetically, right? So 3 minutes left. Tied game, looking to extend the lead is First Killer. His shot gets denied, but you just go again, and that's how it's been this entire series and this entire night for 100 Trees, right? They get stopped for a half a second, and they just take another shot, and you got to read every single follow-up time and time again. Here's another one. Alpha Cap able to keep this one out, but can they wear the defense down enough to find themselves the lead again? Not this time. Instead, it's Alpha Cap with the flick towards the net, but First Killer to send it on back.
He gets the reset off the ceiling. It's just everything. The pogo, the touches. Here's Alpha Cap, though. Counter-attack. Coconut's in trouble. Delays the flip. There it is. It's high. Follow-up. Great touch, First Killer. We'll save that one out. The defense has been sensational. It's an open net for Coconut. Can he get it in? He's pissed it. It's gone wide. There's a follow-up. It's almost in. It's out. It's a bench. I don't believe it. It's in down the other end. AJ has absolutely peaked. Little Step Bros. What is this?
What did I just watch? I literally have no words for that.
What has just happened? Have we peaked in Rocket League? The miss, and our First Killer gets one back just to erase all the hard work in defense from Little Step Bros. They did everything to score, to keep that out of the net. First Killer just says, I'll have that one. We have a tie ball game after the most ridiculous 10 seconds I've ever seen in Rocket League history.
Oh my gosh. I mean, listen, it doesn't get any more show match than that. Coconut with the musty to the net. It's back to a tied game. Can they get the lead again? Alpha Cap sends this one off. Less than 2 minutes to go. Can Little Step Bros pull off what feels like a miracle shot again against this squad? Did not have an end here. Alpha Cap, he's got the space, he's got the shot, and Little Step Bros go up by 1.
The pop was perfect, and the pre-flip was even better over the top of Coconut, and that extra touch right there is all he needed. Bar down again. The mechanics have been on point from everyone on the pitch. And right now, Little Step Bros, they're a minute 30 away from getting, well, their second game on the board, but their first actual win in this grand final, bar the 1-game advantage. Alpha Cap, there's the flick. First killer just pops that one up in behind AJ, who still gets the touch, gets the read, reset. So fakes it out. Coconut, that's a great touch. Alpha Cap's been caught out, has to backtrack. Coconut almost with the 50. Now there's just over a minute left now. Alpha Cap, he's been cooking. He's got a reset. He delays it almost over first killer. Great save.
Oh my goodness, this is getting way too close. AJ Coconut 1v1. Coconut looked like he wanted to just opt to kind of open up the defense there. Alpha Cap, no connection, dangerously in front of the goal line was the attempt to make the clear. Less than a minute to go for 100 trees to try and tie things up. They're in the right position to do so if they want to. Alpha Cap trying to set himself up for success, but first killer's just better, and 100 trees have tied up game 5.
Someone wake up Alpha Cap. He's dead set falling asleep in net. So slow to react as first killer just comes in and puts that one away in the top corner. I cannot believe that that was a goal, but we have a tie ball game. 100 trees now could do it. It's a goal straight down there. What is happening? Alpha Cap responds off the kickoff, gets the lead again.
Listen, if there was anything crazy that's going to happen, it would be on the match point game in the grand finals of the Porsche 911 Turbo Invitational. The most insane goals are coming out right now. 44 seconds kickoff. Will it go in favor of 100 trees? No, it's AJ's touch that sets up Coconut for a clear. Tries to find first killer. This one off the sidewall. Is Alpha Cap awake enough to not get scored on again? This one's going to fall on through. 30 seconds left. 100 trees. They're getting sent back into their own half. It's precious time being wasted. They need to tie this one up. First killer, reset towards the net. Waterfall down. A demo is an opportunity to take the shot. The bump opens up, and Coconut is tied up the game in 13 seconds.
Clutch Coconut does it again. First killer with the bumps, but the finish was sensational. Puts it behind Alpha Cap. 100 trees have been clutch all tournament long. They don't want this to go to a game 6. They want to win this right here, right now. 4-4, Alpha Cap, what can he do? Might have the last play in regulation. Delays the flip. First killer gets the touch, and he is on the hunt. Says Coconut, do it yourself. What can he do? Pops it over one. Alpha Cap wants OT. We get it.
Oh, right. There it is. The grand finals overtime. 100 trees on match point. They've tied it up. They've taken the lead numerous times in this game. Can Little Step Bros continue their journey here, or is 100 trees going to end it all in game 5? Coconut takes the midfield boost. Pops this one almost over AJ. Instead, this one's high enough that Alpha Cap is going to try and take the shot of his own. First killer's got the save.
One-on-one. He's just going on net. AJ, can he get back? Yes, great save. First killer can turn on this. He's got 100. He's going up for himself. Off the ceiling. Has the reset. Top corner. Is that it? That's game, set, match series, baby. 100 trees take out the Porsche 911 Turbo Invitational.
They are them. Coconut, first killer, the creator pro duo to take it all. They defeated the undefeated. They made it through the lower bracket, and they have claimed the win of the first ever Porsche 911 Turbo Invitational.
Bar the 1-game advantage, 100 trees have basically swept that best of 7 against Little Step Bros.